Hey again. I know, really quick, isn't it? So it's been a year, remember? So there's a lot of stuff I missed out. And in video 10, I did say I would try to make shorter videos and try to stick to one topic. So that way, whenever you browse through videos, you don't have to go through all the topics that I'm talking about in one video and just choose the ones that you actually want to see. So in this video, we're going to talk about, it's a year later, how is my Chinese? Well, let's just say I can definitely defend myself now. So as you guys may know, I don't really study Chinese. And when I say Chinese, I'm talking about Mandarin, but most people just know it as Chinese. Keep in mind, Chinese has many dialects, right? Many different forms. So Chinese technically is not a language. The spoken language, at least the two most famous forms of Chinese spoken language, or Zhongwen, are Mandarin and Cantonese. So Mandarin is the official language of the PRC, the People's Republic of China, mainland, and Cantonese is a very popular language that is used in the south end, mostly Guangdong province of China and Hong Kong. So I do not know Cantonese. I know how to say what in Cantonese, and that's just mea, right? And that's about it. As far as my Mandarin is concerned, I would say my Mandarin is pretty good. Considering that I haven't studied, right? I will look at maybe a word and I say, hey, how do you say this word? And I'll ask a random person or ask somebody at school. They'll tell me, oh, this word. And then that's how I would learn. I wouldn't actually study. The reason for this is because, as some of you may know, I've spent 4 years studying Japanese, 2 years in college studying Japanese, 2 years outside. And finally, when I went to Japan and I spoke Japanese, many people would just say to me, you sound very much like a book. And that would be a very common comment I would receive. I sound like a book and I sound very formal and it's strange. And I wasn't very happy with that. So when I came to mainland China, I decided that I wouldn't study Chinese, but I would definitely try to learn. And I have. So what I did what I call passive learning. Unfortunately, not many people, if you don't live in China, you probably won't be able to do this. So all I do is literally, I would eavesdrop on people's conversations. I'm not trying to really eavesdrop on them, but I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to listen to see what I understand, and if I don't understand it, to see how much I can figure out, as well as repeat, right? Listen and repeat, and because Mandarin is a tonal language, you have to say it the same way. So if they say, for example, 什么 being what, you have to say 什么, or 好, you say 好, not how. Those are different words, all different words, believe it or not. So if anybody needs more details about that, I can talk about that. But yeah, I can definitely speak much better Mandarin than 1 year ago as passive learning. Recently, I've actually started studying. I feel like I have a good foundation as far as my spoken Mandarin is. So if I study now, I won't have a very strange accent like most foreigners would have. So you guys know, I think if many of my Latino friends and family or Hispanics, you guys know, no offense, but you guys all know that white guy or that white girl that she speaks some Spanish, she studies Spanish in school, and when she speaks, she sounds like, yo hablo español. Yeah, that sounds very strange, right? So I didn't want to sound strange in the Mandarin, so I did the passive learning thing. I just listened to people speak locally and try to sound the same way they do. And now that I can do that, I study. So very briefly, I will try to introduce myself. It will be brief. I'm not perfect, but just off the top of my head. Remember, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't learn introduction. I'm just going to think about what to say. So for example, I might confuse some Japanese. 我会说中文一点, right? I can speak a little bit of Chinese. 我的名字或是我叫 Jason, right? My name is Jason. 我住在东莞. 但是 I don't know how to say ago. 1 year ago, I forgot how. 一个年 or 2013年, which is 2013, the year 2013. 我住在 New York. 我不是美国人，但是我来这里从美国 I'm not American, but I did come here from America. 我就在纽约20年。I lived in New York for 20 years. 我是加勒比人。我的国家是多米尼加共和国。I am a Caribbean person. I am a person from the Caribbean. The name of my country is the Dominican Republic. 可以说什么？我不知道我可以说，但是我想你可以明白我会说中文一点啊。如果你听懂我，你可以告诉我，你可以告诉我，我可以说什么，所以我的中文可以说更好一点 right? I'm sure that if you speak Chinese, right, if you can understand me, you can understand that I can speak, but if you can, tell me what I can do to make my Mandarin better, my Chinese better. So yeah, in April, I actually went to New York. I went back to New York in April for like 3 weeks or so. I went to Chinatown. It was pretty fun, right? Because most people in New York, unless you're Chinese, don't speak any Mandarin, don't speak any Chinese. So I went to Chinatown, I went to some shops, and when they tried to say, hey, what do you want, whatever, and I would speak to them in Chinese, and they'll just look at me like, whoa, 你会说中文吗? It was really funny. Like, you can speak Chinese? Oh, it was really interesting. I love the reactions. And even there were some guys at what was it? It's like a cafe, a smoothie spot. There was actually something on the menu that I know from China known as the chongyobing. It's like a onion fried bread or something. But see, that's the thing. I know what it is in Chinese, but I don't know what it is in English. I don't even know what it's called, actually. So I asked the guy. I said, hey, this over here. I said, hey, do you speak Chinese? He's like, yeah. And then I saw someone say, 那个是葱油饼对吗? So I said, hey, this is a 葱油饼, right? And he says, huh? You can speak Chinese? I said, 我可以说中文，但是为什么你说英文? I said, yeah, I can speak Chinese, but why are you speaking English? And he's like, oh, wow, that's so surprising. And he just kept speaking English. He understood what I was saying, and I spoke to him in Chinese. But it was like he was too shocked to even speak back to me in Chinese. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun. So I'm hoping, since I start studying now and actually learning, I'm actually studying conversations. I'm not studying specific words or grammar or anything like that. I'm looking at dialogue, conversations, and looking at them, learning what the conversations are about, looking for vocabulary I don't know, and trying to use it basically everyday language, everyday speech. So that's how my Chinese has been. If you guys want to learn how to say something, hey, let me know. I can probably tell you. It's been pretty nice. So I'll keep you guys updated on my progress. And I know I said I was going to do a word of the day for my videos, so I don't know which word of the day I should do. How about what? That's pretty easy. 什么 for what. So if someone speaks to you in Chinese or just says something that you just don't understand, which you won't, you just look at them and say 什么? See what their reaction is going to be. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Check it out.